there everybody. If you wondered what was going on then, you could see me speaking and not hear anything, and I'd forgotten I needed to turn the volume up. That was the rather lovely tune from Dvorak's Symphony No. 9 from the New World, and it's set to some words in Singing the Faith. It's rather a lovely tune. I did have a request to play it and I left it off my list this evening, but I thought it fits in so well in some respects with a sort of a theme a bit for this evening, it being All Souls and All Saints rather, and thinking of all those saints that have gone before us. So you can see from the list of hymns that we've got some of those great saints hymns, starting out with For All the Saints, 814. And yesterday afternoon I took the opportunity to try the organ out in 12 Edge Chapel, and I'm pleased to say that it's working really, really well. And so whilst I was there, I thought I will record some hymns here. So I'm hoping this is all going to go okay. We'll see what happens. So For All the Saints, you've got 8 verses and I've played them all. So get ready. Here we go. The organ at 12 Edge Chapel. Twelveheads chapel organ. The third organ in the building. The previous one went to a church in Paignton, and I went up and played the opening concert on it many years back now. The organ in the chapel now came from Pengelly Chapel, Delabole, and the first organ there was a little organ, and that had went off to various places. First it went down to the chapel, I forgot what it's called, going out of Redruth on the way to Lanner. Anyway, and then it moved from there to Redruth Highway, and after that I don't know what happened to it. But I'm reminded of the people that would have played them. My father, who was organist at Twelveheads for over 60 years, which is quite a record, and if you like, one of the saints has gone to glory, a great example for us all. Just because he's, I know he's my dad, but he was a great example, as I know lots of people would attune to. So our next hymn was a choice from Reverend Margaret Barnes, who's an avid follower, and this is 750, and she did say a bit about it, and I didn't print the information off, but it was a hymn that was known to her from earlier days, I think. And she said that I think they had it at Twelveheads, and Dad took it at quite a lick. So I'd probably better do the same, hadn't I? Do you think? I better give it what for? Thou Shepherd of Israel and Mine. Lovely tune, an anonymous tune, arranged by, once again, a great Christian, great organist, a chap called Martin Ellis, who passed away not that long ago. He was a real character, and I encountered him when Hubert Julian put together the Celtic Voices, and we sang at the 1983 conference service in Plymouth. Actually, we encountered Martin in the afternoon. The Truro contingent did the morning. So here we go with Thou Shepherd of Israel and Mine. Let's get the right picture. Turn the lovely jolly tune. Really springs along, doesn't it? Shepherd. There's all those little lambs and things jumping about. So we're going to go back to 12 Edge Chapel for the next hymn. In the chapel there are a couple of chairs down at the front of the chapel given in memory of Reggie and Bennett. Now some of you will know these people, Reggie Teague and Bennett Tanguy. Both were local preachers. Once again, they've gone on to join that happy band in the sky, and they did so much ministry preaching between them. Reggie was a farmer. Bennett was a butcher. Well, he worked for Dick Jory, and so there we are. But great saints have gone on who did lots and witnessed to people over the years, indeed. So we're going back to 12 Edge Chapel for Give Me the Wings of Faith. Now, this hymn, the tune I'm going to play to this, or the tune I played to it, is the tune rather, San Rocco, and you may not know it. It was a great favourite of another great saint, if you like, Canon Alan Dunstan. Once again, the name may not be familiar to you. He was a canon of Gloucester Cathedral, greatly respected, a great expert on hymnody, was part of the Methodist Hymn Society, and has wrote various articles and was an authority on hymns. And latterly he retired to Truro with his wife Christiana, and he used to come and preach at Truro Methodist and administer Holy Sacrament. And he became unwell, and he called me up one day, or I had a telephone call. Philip, would you come and see me? And I thought, initially I thought possibly I'd done something wrong or whatever. Or anyway, I went to see him, and it was to make plans for his funeral, which was quite sombering, quite sobering, but such a lovely thing to actually do. And we talked about the music and what he would like to play, and he liked the music of Bach, so we decided on something which eventually, probably about a fortnight later, sadly he passed on. And so I played for his funeral. A lovely chap indeed, and he was very fond of the tune San Rocco. It's probably one that may not be that well known, but give me the wings of faith to rise within the veil and see the saints above, how great their joys, how bright their glories be. It's a little interlude between each verse. So once again from 12 Edge Chapel, Give Me the Wings. concerned that that sort of stopped when it shouldn't have done, or I miscounted the verses. So, moving onwards, Sing We the Song, 821. Yes, that's the one. Sing We the Song. To the tune Nativity. When I looked this up, it's also set slightly further back in the book to another hymn, which the words may be more familiar. Come, let us join our cheerful songs with angels round the throne, which is also sort of in this section. But I thought, well, I saw the tune and I thought, I'm going to play that. And let's just check everything is working here a minute. Yes, okie doke. And once again, I'm going to do it from 12 Heads Chapel. So, Sing We the Song, 821. Find the right one. The dear little organ in 12 Edge Chapel, going strong and not having the attention that it would get week by week. My father, when he was alive, he would, during the summertime, go down and make sure that the humidity levels were kept up by sprinkling water around it, and it's important to keep the humidity so it doesn't dry out, so that the leather doesn't crack and so on, and those things. Mark was talking this morning about accidental saints, and you know, the people that have had an effect on our lives over the years in so many different ways. And of course, we don't know the effect that we will have had either on various people. I like to think it was a positive. I'm sure there's been times when there's been, you know, times when you think, well, I could have handled that better. and I didn't do a very good job there, and it's perhaps not the best way to behave, but I suppose perhaps we are all human, and well, hindsight's a wonderful thing. I wish I'd said, why didn't I say such and such? But it didn't happen. But all those names and people that we think of that set us good example, the list is endless where I grew up, and the people along the way who've been such an example and have gone on to glory and then enjoying their heavenly rest. Now the next hymn I borrowed from our service this morning. You'll see so far I've played the Going Home tune, Shepherd of Israel, and I will play one more, but I seem to be taking it easy this evening. So this hymn we sang this morning, and it's from Singing the Faith 746, and I'm aware of times if I choose hymns from Singing the Faith, not everybody has the book. In fact, several of my choir members have the books, but they've left them at church because it's quite a tome to sort of carry about. So lots of them have left them on church premises, ready for choir practice and Sunday services. So lots are left on the shelf down there. But because I've pinched it from TMC, the words will come up on the screen for you. I've had to sort of edit this around a little bit, so I hope you enjoy it. You'll know the tune. It's English folk song, traditional folk song, and it's arranged by Paul Leddington Wright. Paul Leddington Wright, one of those people who used to direct on Songs of Praise. I've not seen him for a day or two. I dare say, I can't remember the last time I'd seen him conducting rather, but Paul was director of music at Coventry Cathedral, and he came down when we did Daybreak at Campbell Wesley, and he at that time he was working, I think, for the Methodist Church, and he produced or sorted the music for Paul Field's Daybreak. So that's going back a few years. So it's back in the, once again, back in the 80s, I suppose. So for all the saints who showed your love, some lovely words in this. John Bell and Graham Moore, once again, John Bell, a minister, and he came and ran a workshop at church one day on the behalf of the Royal School of Church Music. A great chap, great chap. For all the saints. again, just in case anybody might have been a bit confused. That was actually taken from Truro Methodist. I hope that was fairly obvious. I haven't got a choir here in my house. I've got two cats, one of which just seemed to have woken up and is charging about. Over the years, past 10 or 12 years, we recorded the hymns as part of our CD ministry, so that hymns and the service go out to the housebound and anybody actually who wants a copy. So we have been doing that for lots of years, and it's really quite fortunate that we did that, because now we have a whole 12 years worth of hymns which we can use to accompany our services. So we've got a real organ, a real congregation and choir singing. Sorry, I'm just wondering what the cat is going to do. But we'll go on. So the last hymn I'm going to play actually this evening is 310 from the Methodist hymn book. 310 from the Methodist hymn book. And Margaret Barnes requested this, thinking of her mother. When quiet in my house I sit, thy book be my companion still. And I thought, well, actually in some respects it's quite apt in some ways, isn't it? When quiet in my house I sit, because that's the situation that lots of people are faced with now. Going back into lockdown on Thursday, and of course it's going to affect people in so many ways. I'm going to keep playing. I said I would, and I'm going to. So I'm already planning to get some Advent hymns and things recorded at church whilst I can still go there. I can still go there in any case, but it's making unnecessary journeys and things. So I shall go and record some bits and pieces. And I've got this here I can do things with, but planning ahead, quite important, I think, as we're learning. I thought this week, on the 5th, November the 5th, I will do a performance of Handel's music for the Royal Fireworks, and I'm going to do that around coffee time in the morning, probably 11 o'clock I think, and so that will last for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, something like that I would think. So I'll put the details out about 11 o'clock on Thursday morning this week, the 5th. It'll be my contribution towards Bonfire Night. Anyway, our last hymn for this evening, When Quiet in My House I Sit. another Sunday evening come and gone. As always, send your requests, take care, and stay safe, and keep looking forward, keep being positive. It's a challenge sometimes, I know that from experience, but we can do it. So I'll look forward to seeing you on Thursday. You'll see me, but I can't get to see you. But I was wondering if there might be some way we can address that, but we'll see as time goes along. I keep experimenting with the technology. We'll see what we come up with next. Anyway, good night and God bless.